This is not a small update. Apple just added features that lets you search your footage like Google, cut edits perfectly to music without even guessing, and even generate rough cuts using AI. If you edit videos professionally, the new Creator Studio update changes how fast you work. But here's the thing, there are 3 features that most people are completely sleeping on, and one of them is iPad exclusive, meaning Mac users can't even touch that. So my name is Prithviraj and this is how it improved my workflow. Alright, real quick before we dive in, if you're new to Final Cut and want to learn the basics, then I previously created a beginner's tutorial. You can check that out. We'll leave the link in the description. Final Cut on the iPad has been solid since it launched, but it was missing something. Well, with Creator Studio, Apple didn't just add a few tweaks, they completely reimagined how fast you can work on a tablet. And yes, I know motion and compressor aren't there on the iPad. Those are Mac-only apps for custom titles, complex graphics and the rest. But honestly, 90% of the creators won't even need that. The built-in stuff is good enough now. But stick around as later I'll be revealing the iPad exclusive features that literally makes the iPad version much better than the Mac version in certain workflows. Final Cut Pro now has automatic transcript search, and this is absolutely massive if you work on interviews, podcasts, or any talking head content. Here's how it works. The second you import your video into Final Cut on your iPad, it automatically starts transcribing everything in the background. You don't need to press a single button, you don't have to export audio, you literally do nothing. Your iPad will start working while you're organizing folders or grabbing coffee. Now here's where it gets insane. You can search through your clips like it's Google. Let me give you a real example for my workflow. I was editing my collab video with Ali, and I needed to find the part where he talked about Keynote. Normally I'll be scrubbing through the timeline for 10-15 minutes, listening at 2x speed and hoping that I find that exact moment fast. But not anymore. I simply typed Keynote into the search bar and that's it. Every single moment where he mentioned Keynote popped up instantly, and Final Cut jumped me straight to that timestamp. That thing alone saves me 15+ minutes while editing. Also, I tested out every single app in the new Creator Studio with Phase. Definitely check that out. We'll leave the link in the description box. And coming back to it, it's not just simple words. You can use natural language and even search for concepts, and the AI understands the context. So if someone says working on multiple things at once and you search multitasking, it will still find that. This is a game changer for anyone doing long form content, interviews or documentary. No more manual scrubbing. No more I swear I said this somewhere. Right? You just search and that's it. And that was only the first feature. The next one is even wilder, and when I first tested that, I genuinely thought I was seeing things. Let me show you. Next is visual search, and this feels like actual magic, like seriously. So Final Cut isn't just transcribing your audio anymore, it's analyzing the actual visual content of your footage using on-device machine learning. It's looking at every frame and indexing objects, actions, scenes, everything. Here's what that means. Let's say you're organizing your B-rolls and you need a specific shot of an iPad on the screen. You type iPad into the search bar and Final Cut finds you every single frame where the iPad appears. Not just clips you tagged or named iPad, every single frame. I tested this with my own footage. As you can see, I had 200 clips from a shoot and I needed a shot of someone typing on their laptop, and that someone was me. I searched laptop and typing and I found it literally in 3 seconds. What used to take me 20 minutes of searching through B-rolls now only takes seconds. And this alone, my friend, is a super helpful addition, but it goes even deeper. You can search for actions. Type drawing and it will find the clip of your drawing. Type handwriting and it pulls up handwriting shots. You can even search by color or visual style. Man, this is insane for organizing folders and building montages. And speaking of montages, there's something cool that Apple has done. We will get to that in a moment, I swear. But the real deal here is that it's all happening on your iPad. It isn't cloud processing. This isn't sending your footage to Apple servers. It's all on your device, which simply means it's fast and it's private. So for B-roll heavy creators like myself, this feature alone justifies the update. I'm not even joking. Alright, the next one is specifically for anyone who edits on music. And if you spend hours trying to match your clips perfectly to the beat of the music, you are gonna lose your mind. Beat detection, and this is a workflow dream. You add a music track to your timeline, select it and press the beat detection button. Final Cut analyzes the audio and will drop these visual green lines on your timeline exactly where the significant beats hit. Now when you're editing your B-rolls, your clips automatically snap into those beat markers. You're not guessing, you're not scrubbing frame by frame and listening to it on repeat, trying to nail the timing that is. You just snap to the beat instantly. Montages and music driven edits used to take me a full hour of tweaking. Well, I'm knocking them out in like 10-15 minutes now, and they are tied tighter and they hit harder, as I'm cutting exactly on the beat every single time. And you can even customize the sensitivity. If you want every single beat marked, you can do that. If you only want the major downbeats and transitions, you can do that as well. It's all fully adjustable. So if you make reels and TikToks, anything with music rather, this feature is gonna change your life. Now, I'm not being dramatic. This is the kind of feature that makes you faster and better at the same time. Alright, so those were the three main features: transcript search, visual search, and beat detection. Already game changing. But remember at the start I mentioned that there are a few iPad exclusive features that makes it better than the Mac. So yeah, let's talk about that. But before that, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I have a lot of iPad related content lined up, so you're gonna find that interesting. The first iPad exclusive feature is the Montage Maker. This is only on the iPad. Mac users don't get this. When you create a new project, you can choose to use the Montage Maker. You can dump in your video clips, select your music track, either from Final Cut's built-in library or your own licensed music, and simply hit on Create Montage. The AI literally analyzes your clips along with the music, understands the rhythm and pacing, and auto-generates a rough cut for you. It will pick which clips to use, how long each one should be, and where to cut them in between. And everything syncs perfectly to the music. And speaking of perfect, is this perfect? No. You'll definitely want to tweak it more, swap some clips, adjust timing, and add your own flair. But as a starting point, especially for vertical shots and Insta Reels, this is simply amazing. I simply let the AI build the foundation, then I customize and polish. That's a massive save. We also have this feature called auto crop for different aspect ratios. Within the Montage Maker, if you have horizontal footage but you need a vertical video, Final Cut's AI will auto crop and reframe your shots to keep the action in frame. It's using subject tracking to make sure the important stuff stays centered, and it works surprisingly well. I tested with a horizontal video and it auto-cropped into vertical frame while keeping the subject perfectly in the center the entire time. No manual keyframing required. It just does it. Now this is important. We finally have background exports. This looks simple, but it's massive. You can now start to export and minimize Final Cut and work on something else perhaps, and the export will continue in the background. On Mac, we of course had this for years. It's the standard forever. But on the iPad, this is somehow new and definitely a huge workflow improvement, as now when I start to export, I can now jump into email, browse the web, or do whatever I want, and my video will keep exporting in the background. So no more staring at the progress bar. Although that was kind of trippy, I'll have to say. Alright, there's more. Final Cut also got a bunch of built-in titles, transitions, generators with this update. You have all those animations, dynamic lower thirds, countdown timers, progress bars, and stuff like that. Everything is customizable again, and they're surprisingly high quality. And lastly, the external monitor support. This is a lifesaver, and this has improved massively. If you connect your iPad to an external monitor, Final Cut now properly expands to fill out the entire screen, not locked to that weird 4:3 aspect ratio anymore. You can have your full timeline, library, and effects on your iPad screen, and maybe use your external monitor as a full screen preview. Super useful if you're someone who likes to work at a desk like me. Alright, before we wrap things up, let's talk about the elephant in the room: pricing, because this is important. The new features are part of Apple's Creator Studio subscription. It's starting at $12.99 per month or $129 per year if you pay annually. Here in India, it's rupees $399 per month. That gets you Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator, Motion, Pages, everything. Basically Apple's entire creative suite. Now here's the thing, if you are previously paying $4.99 per month for Final Cut for the iPad, this is technically a price increase, but you are getting a lot more apps in the bundle: Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro, all the Mac as well as iPad versions. So the value is actually there if you use more than one app. And if you're a student, this is huge. The student pricing is only at $2.99 per month or $29.99 if you pay yearly. Honestly, if you're a student creator, this is an insane deal. And if you recently bought your iPad, you will get 3 months of free trial of the Creator Studio. So just for context, if you had to buy these apps individually on the Mac, you would be paying a total of $680. So the subscription makes sense if you're just getting started or you often use multiple apps. So yeah, it's a subscription. I know some people hate that, but for what you're getting, especially with this new AI features, the price is actually something worth considering. So that's Final Cut Pro on the iPad with the Creator Studio update. This isn't just a nice update. This is the kind of update that changes how fast you work. I'm legit faster now. My workflow is tighter, and some of these features, especially the visual search, it's something I didn't know I needed until I had them. So if you edit videos on the iPad, this update is a no-brainer. Also, let me know in the comments which is that one feature that saves you the most time. Rather, the new iPad Pro M5 is so powerful that I have been using it as my primary computer. I know, it's totally wild. So in case you would be interested in that, click here on this video, and over there I have shared my experience of using the iPad as my primary computer. See you there.